Welcome to the 1000 Comics Podcast. Oh boy, we got a musical episode for you today. I'm not even going to do much of a monologue for you because this is a bit of a loaded episode. You're going to enjoy our guest, Tony Tata, talented musician. I think he got a little annoyed with me because I kept asking him to do themes from cartoons, and I don't think he was too boned up on cartoon themes. But that's okay. You're gonna learn how talented of a musician he is when we get deep into this podcast. Once I learn how to harness his comedic musical talents and show you what they can do. All right, so stay tuned. I would just like to say that the 1000 Comics Podcast is looking for sponsors. If you'd like to sponsor the show, send an email to matthewheath.saga@gmail.com. That's Matthew Heath, SAGA, @gmail.com. Also, I'm pretty much sponsoring myself until then. If you'd like to check out my play, go to Amazon.com. Type in the search bar Matt Heath, and my play Renaissance Men will pop right up. You can read Renaissance Men and enjoy it because it's a great play. Also, my comedy album on YouTube. If you'd like to check it out, it's called Matt Heath, Class Clown Revisited. So check out my comedy album on YouTube. That wraps it up for the monologue. Let's go. Let's listen to this fantastic interview I had with Tony Tata. Okay, welcome to the 1000 Comics Podcast. I'm sitting here with Tony Tata.
Heyo!
I'm glad to have this wild comedian / musician sitting here. You got a little tune for us to start off the show?
Yeah, totally.
What's some good intro music for us? Here's the show, the 1000 Comics show. All right, beautiful, sir. So you lugged your keyboard over here.
I did.
You did. Let's talk about how you got started in comedy.
Okay. I was playing keys, and actually up in Chicago, I saw a couple people at I.O. up at the improv theater up there, and this piano player was awesome, and he kept masking these improv actors so well, and I just ended up just moving my chair like right behind him. I kept scooting over, and I was like, how's this guy doing this? He's making like songs.
So you immediately gravitated to the piano comedy.
Very much so. That was up there, and I sat in once with them. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was like, "You play keys? Go for it!" And I was like, "What?" He was like, "Whatever you feel, just go for it." I was like, "Okay." So then I moved down to Florida about 2 years later after working at a piano bar, and
was it like a dueling piano bar?
It was exactly a dueling piano bar.
I remember one of the best times I ever had in college was this place in New Haven, and there was dueling piano. Me and a friend of mine went there, and it was just like the energy in with dueling pianos is pretty amazing. If only I could play the piano, then we could do a dueling piano podcast.
That'd be really epic, actually.
So, do you have any good stories about the dueling piano bar? Did you get along with the...
Yeah, I mean, the staff was all great. There'd usually be about 6 or 7 of us working each night. And, I would be like, there's usually the drummer and 2 piano players working about 2-hour shifts. So, I'd be like, I'm going to play Come Together. And I would stand up and tell the drummer while he's playing the song. I'm like, I'm going into Come Together after this.
Right.
Then I go, we go through Come Together all the way through. And the other piano player, Matt Heath is like, hey, we're going to play, some crazy dance boogie woogie song. You can tell the drummer. So then you look at me, and you go right into the song, and it keeps going and keeps going and keeps going and going and going.
So you always got along with the other musicians.
We all had a blast. My first night working there, the guy was like, "Hey, we don't drink on the job or anything, so just keep that in mind." And then the other dude Billy walked up. He's like, "This lady just bought us all tequila shots," and he's like, "You want one?" And I was like, "I thought." He's like, "Yeah, I thought too." So I was like, "Okay." Like, he was like, "You should maybe learn to practice your songs a little intoxicated because it's gonna happen."
I feel like tequila is a necessary element to a dueling piano bar.
It was. People would just bring us shots all the time, and I knew I only have about 1 hour. Or else,
hit me with some Billy Joel real quick. I just want to hear more. We got.
I try not to play anymore. It's been a minute.
Do you have jokes about certain musicians that go along with
There's probably a couple. One of my favorite ones is the "For Elise" by Beethoven. And Jaws. I like to fuse those songs together.
Jaws and
Jaws
and Beethoven are the same thing. That's what you're telling me.
Pretty much. So I'd always be like, "Here's the song I'm working on." It's the anticipation. It's so good.
All right, so I want to know, you must have hooked up a lot at this dueling piano bar.
Actually, I learned. I talked to a couple girls one time, and I was like, "Hey, how are you guys doing?" They were like, "What do you want? Like, get away from us." And I was like, "No, don't worry about that." And then I got up on stage and played for like 4 hours, and they're like, "Oh my God, you're that piano player!" And I was like, "What do you want? Get away from me!" So I was kind of like, "You only like me because I'm playing the freaking piano right now." That did happen a couple times, but I was still like, "Hey, how are you?"
Oh man, so you would get stuck in that complex that you would talk to these girls before you started playing the piano.
Sometimes they would talk to me, but
just to get a feel for how they actually felt about you and your personality. But once they saw your talent, they started fawning over you.
Oh my God!
That's when you were like,
nope, get in line. No thanks. No thanks.
Okay, so you're in Chicago. Why'd you move here from Chicago?
I was working at this piano bar, and they wanted to move me to Pittsburgh or Florida. And I was like,
was it a piano bar here in Florida that you worked at?
It's a franchise, and they opened up like 50 locations. I think it started up in New York, and they opened one in Chicago, then St. Louis, and then over in Tampa, a bunch of other places. So I was like, great, I'd love to move again. Chicago got cold. But yeah, so I moved over here, and then funny enough, I ended up getting tired of working because it was 7 p.m. to 4 a.m. Thursday through Sunday, which was fun. But then I'd be like, "Hey guys, come to my solo gig on a Monday night," and no one would ever come out. So it got a little tedious after a while.
Huh.
So then I took my teaching exam. I started teaching, and I worked the opposite hours of like 7 a.m.
So now you're like Richard Dreyfuss in the movie Mr. Holland's Opus.
Pretty much. Oh my goodness!
I think you should rock just the mustache,
just the mustache,
like Richard Dreyfuss does in that movie.
Every time I do that, everyone's like, "So what was the bet you lost to have just a mustache?" And I'm like, "I just want to have I'm like, I'm Luigi. I'm method acting for Halloween. I'm just early, you know." I still get credit for that every time. All the time.
Can you hit me with the Mario theme real quick?
That's not even. A bunch of those little things,
You know, I've been wondering about something about Mario, and I don't know if this is grounds for material here, but did you ever notice that you never see any Italians in a Nintendo commercial?
That's how Japanese people, I feel.
Yeah.
Our little American boys are like, "Oh my God, Nintendo!"
But they're making all their money off the Italians. You think they would throw them a bone?
Oh yeah, for real, man. Give him a cannoli, jeez. Feed the guy.
There's no Italians actually working for Nintendo. Not even in the advertising.
Not even.
You can't even have an Italian guy playing Mario in the commercial.
That'd be better. It's usually a Japanese guy that's like, Really good.
Even in the Super Mario Brothers movie, Bob Hoskins is a British guy, and then you got Luigi. He's a Latino, man. John Leguizamo. Neither of them are Italian.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Hit me with the Mario theme again.
I used to know a bunch of their ones. Let's turn this off.
Wow. Holy Moses. Who influenced you as a musician growing up?
As a musician, I kind of went through a bunch of different phases. Like every year, I was into different music. My favorite piano players is definitely like Thelonious Monk and Michel Camilo.
I don't know either.
Blow my mind. They are crazy good. It's like Herbie Hancock is obviously a monster and just one of the greatest of all times. I'm also like really into lo-fi hip hop and a bunch of these crazy like Tito Puente. I was a big fan, and Eddie Palmerini.
Tito Puente is great. You know, I back when I was teaching, man, I used to play Tito Puente for some reason in the classroom just because
sounds so good.
It's good music that it's for anybody.
For anybody,
to listen to at any time.
This,
no one's gonna go, man.
You make breakfast and listen to it. It'll be the best breakfast you've ever made. You know, salsa music and like cooking eggs. I'm like, this is what this sounds like. You know, it's just what it sounds like. I was a big fan of like Reggie Watts. That guy really kind of, and like Victor Bourget.
He influenced you as a comedian.
Yes. Both of. I mean, Victor Bourget is like a piano comedian, and he really. I mean, he's from like the 40s, 50s, 60s, and stuff, and he did some clever stuff, and he was a monster keyboard player at the same time. He was just so funny. He was so sharp and so funny, and just his antics really always blew me away. I still watch his like whole like 3-hour little skits, and I'm like, it's 2018, and I'm watching this dude from the 70s, and he is just blowing my mind still. And very few people even know about that stuff.
What about Steve Martin? Steve Martin is
actually very
musical.
clever. Actually, comedian and the music very much so. And a lot of his music is really catchy. I'm like, this guy's he captures it very well. He does. He's got his own little almost niche of that bluegrass vibe.
Can you play the banjo on the keyboard?
I don't think I have a banjo on here. Sure. That's not even I don't have a banjo on this one. I don't have a banjo.
Rats! Come on, Tony. You gotta have a little bit of everything. I was trying to get us a little Steve Martin going in here. We were just talking about Mario. We've kind of gone to Donkey Kong now, though. Doesn't that sound kind of Donkey Kong-ish?
It does kind of sound a little.
Nice.
My little vibraphone on here.
Now, how do you feel about Donkey Kong not employing any real
Personally, he's a very good friend of mine.
Monkeys?
I don't want to offend anybody,
They don't employ any real monkeys in the Donkey Kong. It's all cartoon monkeys.
That's better. I feel better about.
And it's not even called. It's called Donkey Kong.
I don't know what was going on there. It's a little confusing. I get the Kong part. It should be Kong, maybe.
Well, I think the guy who created Mario, he was Japanese, and he didn't actually know the word for monkey. The game was supposed to be called Monkey Kong, but he called it Donkey Kong because somehow the words got lost in translation.
I can see that happening. Very much so. And it's funny, I didn't even think about it for a long time when I was younger. I was just like, yeah, Donkey Kong. To me, it was one word, and it was just like a name. So like I didn't even break it down until I was like, whatever, in my teens, being like, why is Donkey Kong a monkey? It's actually a gorilla.
Yeah.
What's going on there? I was so confused. It's like Super Smash Brothers.
I think you gotta hit us with the Donkey Kong music as a tribute to Donkey. No, just the music you were playing, just to end the bit. You weren't. What about Billy Joel? Were you influenced by Billy Joel?
Yeah, a little bit. He was one of my main composers. Too much. I don't know.
How about the keyboard player from the Doors?
I'm a big fan of him. He actually blew my mind on a couple of his.
What's his name? The keyboard player in the Doors?
Awful with names, unfortunately. I'm gonna know it right at the end of this podcast. I did a bunch of research.
That's bad because I've been a huge Doors fan for years, and Robbie Krieger.
That's right.
Robbie Krieger.
That's right.
Yes, I would love to. I think he's still around too. I think he still performs. I would definitely like to go see.
That'd be a good show to see.
Robbie Krieger. Can you hit us with some Doors music?
I can probably hit you with the microphone still.
No, whatever it is instrument. Turn it back to what? Turn it to what? Because yes. What about the one that goes dun 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 dun? There you go. Come on, now touch me, babe. Ba-da-da-da. Can't you see that I am not afraid? Da-da-da-da. Yes.
It's gonna be one of those spots. So many different composers.
Oh yes. What?
I was a big fan. I saw an interview with him, and he would practice He would practice playing the keyboard under and on the other side, and
Yeah.
I mean, he was playing the bass with his foot in the organ, but he would stand over here and play it backwards, and then lay down and try to play all his tunes.
Yeah, because everyone was trying to do funky shit back then, man.
They did it. They were definitely doing the funkiest stuff.
Because I mean, once Jimi Hendrix, was around, they're like, we got to start doing
step up our game a little
crazy things with our instruments because this guy's blowing us all out of the water, right?
I mean, Robbie really did a lot too. I mean, keys is a lot for a lot of people just doing different things with their hands, and then he was throwing his feet in there too, man. And he was doing a lot. He was doing a lot, playing two different keyboards and having your foot go.
All right. So when did you start playing the piano?
I was 18 when I started playing keys, actually.
Really?
I started playing drums when I was about 10.
Okay, drums when you were 10.
And I was in a bunch of crummy metal and punk ska bands, and eventually I was like, the piano. It started to click. It started to make sense a little bit. I was like, I can write a lot easier on this, and I can express myself way easier. I have the rhythm kind of built in a little bit. I just got to start learning some of these progressions and some of these melodies and how to train my fingers to play.
Right.
What I'm hearing, I can hear it. But yeah, that's why I tell people, I'm like, I was 18 when I started doing this. They're like, what? You've been playing your whole life? I'm like, I wish I started when I was like 5, and had my technique a lot better and stuff like that. But
everybody wishes they started doing something when they were 5, though. You know what I mean?
So I can't complain. I still
it's the same thing with stand-up comedy, though.
Yeah.
It's sometimes I'll see kids start doing it straight out of high school,
mm-hmm.
and I think because they're doing it
right
that,
then, yeah.
or even in high school, they'll start doing it.
They're doing it already.
And I think to myself, well, this kid's either going to end up real fucked up because of this, or he's gonna learn what you should do he's gonna learn the trade of
business
being a stand-up comedian.
90% of it I've learned.
But show business is tough.
It's a lot. I mean, you gotta find your niche. You really gotta. People always ask me how to what character they should be on stage, and I'm like, you gotta be yourself. Once you can really find that character, it'll be a lot easier. And do something different. I always stress that. I love a lot of the groups, that I've seen all the time. But I'm always like, for me personally, if you guys could be better, you did these subtle things. You kill it here. You're doing great.
We should write a song right now about tough show business.
A tough show business song. All right.
Oh Lord, show business is tough. Oh. One day, I'm trying to shoot for the stars here, folks. It's his show business.
It's a show business like no business.
It's like no business, I know. Why? Snakes under every table. Corporate whores, real whores, everything you can imagine. Show business. I don't think that was bad.
That was
I
pretty
think
good.
that was actually. Well, let's
In
get.
show business, it would sell, obviously.
I don't think we should spend the rest of our time writing songs here, but maybe we'll. Well, maybe we'll.
Snakes
get back
under
to it.
every table. I liked it.
I think snakes under every table is a.
That's
pretty,
good.
it pretty much sums up how bad show business is.
Snakes under every table song.
Or we're gonna write a song about snakes being under every table.
Every rock I pick up, there's usually a snake under it.
Here in Florida, definitely, man. There's a lot more lizards down here
There's
than
a lot of
I'm
lizards
from
down
up
here.
north. And you know when I first moved down here, and I started seeing all these lizards, I would tell people, I'm like, oh my god, it's like the first scene in the second Jurassic Park where all the lizards are chasing that little girl. It's like terrifying. And you're laughing at that because you're
I had the same thing. I was like,
yeah, you're not from
everywhere.
Florida. But people that are from here are like, this guy is a fucking
It's
idiot.
mine. It's like
This
just a
guy's
lizard. I'm like, you just don't know. Like a bunch of deer in Missouri. I've seen a deer down here.
Can you do the theme from Jurassic Park? If you can do it, I want to sing along to it. Oh my god, look at all these lizards.
Look at all.
South Florida's like that first scene. South Florida's like that first scene in Jurassic Park 2. Holy Lord. Okay. Where did you go to college?
In Chicago at Columbia College.
Columbia
Chicago.
Columbia College, Chicago.
Chicago.
Can I get some walking down the street in Chicago?
Oh
music?
yeah, of course, man. That's
Hey man, you got a joint?
that's what you did.
We gotta find a place with some cheaper drinks, man.
It's expensive up there.
You
Maybe
know
just
anywhere?
bring
You know
PBRs
anywhere
and
that they got $2 draft, brother?
If only. I think it was $5 for a shot at a PBR. And then you give them $10 and be like, give me 2. But it was like really bad rail whiskey every time. I probably had a headache, but I was too high to even notice.
Keep the walking down the street. We're walking down the street, man. This is our walking down the street music in Chicago. Oh. Well, we at least gotta find a place with got good looking bartenders, man.
South Loop Club.
Ones with big hoagies.
Big hoagies.
Yeah. Chicago style.
Kind of like Damon area is so much fun, man.
What's the good thing to eat in Chicago?
Hot dogs.
Everybody has hot dogs in
Hot dog
Chicago.
vendors everywhere. A lot of pizza. There was like 4 pizza places next to each
Oh
other.
yeah, they
Then
Chicago. Chicago's got that deep dish pizza, man. We're gonna get a slice of that deep dish pizza.
There's a A lot of places. Paul was really good. And any Italian name you can think of, you know. There was like Anthony's, there was Giovanni's, there's Maxwell's, you know. It's just like any Italian name.
That's Chicago, walking down the street. You ever been to Windy City Pizza?
Windy City Pizza was a place
in Del Rey. This is Windy City Pizza there in Del Rey.
I had like a flashback. I went there the other day. I was like,
you go in there for a slice. You're just like, what is this? What is this? Chicago style?
What is the Chicago? That's not Chicago. It would be like this big, that deep. You eat like 2 slices. And you'd be like, oh, there's so much cheese bread and sauce.
Is there a lot of times you'll see like a guy wearing a Yankees or a Mets hat in Chicago and they'll be eating the pizza like what the fuck is this?
No, that didn't happen. I did go to a bunch of Cubs games, and they lost all 11 games that I went to. But it didn't matter, because Cubs fans were like, we're still going out afterwards.
Yes.
Wrigley was a blast.
Cubs fans are very loyal.
And they just won last year, 2 years ago. I was like,
that's our Cubbies, man. Bill Murray, big Cubs fan.
Oh, yeah.
We should have Bill Murray on the podcast.
We really should have Bill Murray on the podcast. Paging Bill Murray.
1,000 Comics needs you on this podcast
right now.
Perfect. Okay, so you've taken me back in time. I'm in Chicago with you. Perfect. I'm in Chicago with you, and you're in college. Tell me about your college experience.
Oh my goodness. Well, I thought I was really cool because I had dreadlocks. That wasn't a riot.
You had dreadlocks in college?
I was a drummer with dreadlocks in Chicago.
Let me get you with dreadlocks music.
I was kind of just playing the drum circle, like I would like carry a djembe around with me, you know, like everywhere I went. I had like weird bandanas hanging like out of stuff, you know. There's just a bandana like falling from my pocket all the time.
But you thought you were cool back then.
I mean, I saw the pictures and I mean, they were okay. I was relatively humble. I just wanted to play music like everybody and go to the park and play music with everybody.
My experience with white guys with dreads, I think everyone just looks at you and like thinks that you also don't wash your ass if you're a white guy.
But Doo Doo Emoji smelling up the store. Oh no, a Doo Doo Emoji. Ask for more. Well, it's the groove that's better than the poo. Cause I'm a Doo Doo Emoji. Oh yeah.
Holy Lord! Hey kids, it's me, the Doo Doo Emoji. Do you like the Doo Doo Emoji? You ever want to learn more about him? Well, that's me, the Doo Doo Emoji. Oh Lord, what a life I've lived as the real, true to earth Doo Doo Emoji. Because that Doo Doo Emoji in the movie, he's played by a goddamn imposter. I'm the Doo Doo Emoji. Well, I hope you kids stay in school. The Doo Doo Emoji signing off.
Well, the Doo Doo Emoji smelling up the snow. Well, the Doo Doo Emoji squeezing out your back door. Well, we're browning up your text. The Doo Doo Emoji. Oh yeah.
Sorry about that short commercial break, guys. Oh, Lord. Tony Tata, you're a funny fucking guy, all right?
Thanks, man.
Let's talk about what cartoons influenced you when you were
Oh my
young?
goodness. I was really into like Rock This Modern Life and Rocket Power. Rugrats was cool. Like Futurama, Family Guy, all that good stuff.
Do you know any cartoon themes on the keyboard?
I probably know like some Rugrats like that. I used to know like Power Rangers.
You like the rug? You know Doug? Can you do any of the Doug theme?
Sure.
Doug. And Doug's theme was all like. The show Doug. Looking back on it as an adult, though, you realize how messed up the show is because everything that goes on in the cartoon Doug is really innocent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But all the last names of the characters are really
stereotypical.
No, they're dirty, man. Yo, his best friend's name is Skeeter, and the girl he likes, his name is Patty Mayonnaise. His neighbors are named the Dinks. Dinks, right? Yo, the vice principal on the show is Vice Principal Bone. That's the only you only see the vice principal, but the principal's name is mentioned, and it's Butt Savage, Principal Butt Savage. Now, it's funny because if you're a little kid and you're talking about this show, you think you're having an innocent conversation,
but really,
and you say all these words, and then your parents will be like, "What are you talking about? We're talking about Doug." And you're like, well, I don't want you watching that show. It's like Doug's fine. Doug's funny. That's actually Doug's last name is Doug's funny. Doug is not funny. No, it's like I think the only reason they created that cartoon was to have parents like argue with their small children about if it's appropriate or not.
I'd agree actually. I'm gonna go home and rewatch Doug.
You don't have to rewatch Doug.
I realize how bad it is. There's a bunch of shows like that I feel like I rewatch and I'm like, holy cow, this is like way too. It's like that was like half the jokes are over my head, you know.
Right.
I was like, little kid watching these cartoons. I don't even get the plot most of the time. I was just like watching it for the sheer fact it was a cartoon. The colors just got me at a young age.
But the cartoons that are targeted at adults seem to be better and just like hold up to like you're a Simpsons fan?
Of course.
You do the Simpsons thing?
I'm not well.
Come on, man!
Yeah.
Do-da-da-da.
I gotta work on my theme songs.
You gotta do. If you're gonna be a comedian piano player, you gotta have all the TV show themes. Bewitched.
Gotta work on my theme songs.
I Dream of Jeannie. You gotta have like all the old sitcoms. Which is once you start learning the old sitcoms, they're gonna hire you to make the themes for the new sitcom.
That's the plan. New sitcom writer.
You're the sitcom theme.
Have you heard of?
That's like you'll be like Charlie Sheen's character
the
on
Doo Doo Emoji theme song. That writer's really smart.
That guy's good. That guy's pretty good. But you'd be like Charlie Sheen's character on 2.5 Men.
That sounds like a pretty good gig, actually.
Except without the AIDS. You'd be making all the money off like the TV show theme.
I like that idea more.
Yeah. Who wouldn't want that life?
That's a pretty cush gig.
Is your music influenced by Charlie Sheen at all? Or your
drastically? Charlie Sheen drastically influenced my music growth.
Oh boy! All right. Let's get into some of the deeper questions on the 1,000 Comics podcast. Do you believe in God, Tony Tata?
Oh my goodness. My buddy Howie always gets me. I don't know where I'm at. I researched a bunch of religions when I was in my teens, and I'll get back into it when I'm closer to the other side, I think. But he'd always make me think really hard about it. He'd be like, I'm not religious, but the Creator.
Right.
He had a bunch of fire ants in his backyard, and he got way too high one time. And he kept being like, "Their species is like embedded to survive. Like you can't drown them, you can't smash them. They form a ball on like a raft." And my brain was just like, "God exists because these ants are still alive somehow." You know, I was thinking of animals, and I'm like, "Whoa."
How animals kind of live their
They're
own...
just like doing their own thing. I'm like,
their own...
and you guys just got here from... you guys just here, right?
I'll tell you this. One time there was...
plants get me too. I don't know. I can't. Shit.
One time...
Jazz is my religion right now.
The sense of irony that comes with animals all the time. I feel like animals have a sense of irony. Don't you?
Yeah, I feel you there.
Yeah, all right, listen. There's only one time I've ever seen a roach in this apartment. And it was only... Listen, people. It's only once.
Just once.
Only one time I ever saw it.
Not those roaches.
It's not plural roaches, but there was one time and I think it was a palmetto bug too. It wasn't even.
That's what they call them now.
Well, isn't that Florida has palmetto
bugs and they're like harmless apparently.
But they fly though, so they're fucking scarier than roaches.
I don't know the difference.
A roach can't fly.
Anyway, they're scary. I mean, I like bugs though.
So, anyways, I woke up like in the middle of the night, like 4 in the. I heard I heard the wings of this bug flapping. Yeah, you get the theme in there. You get the me. I'm waking up. I'm getting out of bed. I hear the wings flapping. Oh. I walk in here into my kitchen. And I look up, and I'm looking at the Cheech and Chong record I have hanging on my wall, the big bamboo, and there it is. The roach is inside the plastic that used to cover that Cheech and Chong album, right?
Oh my goodness!
There was plastic that covered that Cheech and Chong album, and the roach was inside of it. So I smacked it with my shoe, and the roach died. I pulled the album out, and I just threw out the plastic. I took the plastic. I didn't even have to touch the bug. But the thing is, I know animals have to have a sense of irony because that Cheech and Chong album is a pack of giant rolling papers, right? So. There's a giant rolling paper in there. And the bug decided to go into the album. A giant roach was inside an album with a giant rolling paper.
I see the irony now.
You see the irony? This is where the animal decided to have its ultimate
demise. Where I should be. It is my end of all ends.
This is what makes me think like the movie Men in Black is real. Like there's actually roaches are like aliens.
And they just know.
And they know not to mess with. They have their whole other world out there. And we don't see like colonies of them. We only see them 1, 2 at a time, maybe.
Yeah.
One time
I saw one.
I think people in maybe in New York will agree with me about this society of roaches a little bit more.
So I'll get them out of Chicago for sure. Just one.
Give me your roach infested apartment in Chicago theme song. Have you ever had that experience, though? Do you think animals have a sense of irony?
Sometimes they mess with me by all means. I'm usually like, one bug I don't care about, you know.
All right, it doesn't have to be a bug. Like, do you think like dogs and cats? Do you think they have a sense of irony?
Sometimes I think that I talk to dogs a little too much, and I'm like, they know everything.
Like, do you own a dog?
I used to have a dog for a while.
What was his name?
This Man Bear Pig.
Named after the South Park.
Yes.
Okay. And what kind of dog was it?
It's like a little furry Shih Tzu. Looked like a freaking little polar bear.
All right. If your dog had a theme song, what would it sound like?
Man Bear Pig probably sounded like.
What if a man, bear, and pig ran into a cat? What if he saw the mailman?
Get off my turf! But this tiny little dogs would be like, they up there, even higher. Like, oh, those little dogs trying to scare me away.
I think we're both gonna get hired by Disney after they hear this podcast.
That's so good.
All right. I think we should stay on the subject of animals.
I'm down.
Do you have a favorite animal?
I like turtles a lot.
All right.
Turtles.
If you had a pet turtle, what would you name it?
I had my first turtle was named Tiger. Funny enough.
Oh, so
that
you
was hilarious.
did own a
Yeah.
turtle? Okay. What was his? Its name was Tiger.
Yeah.
Do you think it knew the sense of irony of you naming it Tiger?
He was pretty quick, even though he was still really slow for an animal. I mean, it's pretty quick for a turtle.
And you don't see what I'm talking about with sense of irony.
I mean, I would like leave him in the backyard, and I'd be like, where did he go? And he'd be like a foot farther from where I left him, like 10 minutes later.
All right, let's hear the theme music of you losing him, but he's only being a foot away from you.
You know, like, it's like. Where the heck did he go? I feel like this is his thoughts. I'll take a step now. Song's like 24 minutes.
What about did you like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Oh, of course, that was one of my favorites.
Did you know the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme song? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I always wondered which one of the Ninja Turtles April O'Neil would have had sex with. Which one do you think it would have been?
I think she would have been able to choose. She's like, I like an artsy guy who's also a turtle. He's got a real hard back. Like Michelangelo, Leonardo, Raphael, you paint, don't you? She's just into painting.
So I say Raphael was too mean. Michelangelo partied too much.
I mean,
Donatello was too much of a nerd. None of them. They're turtles,
they're all
man.
Turtles.
Why
I mean,
would
that's probably
a woman have
illegal.
sex with the turtle? Okay,
why was she hanging out with him so much, though?
Did
you
you
know?
see the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle
I don't think I did, to be honest.
movie?
No, I don't think so.
You didn't see it. And Megan Fox played.
But she slept with
April
all the
O'Neil.
turtles, all right.
I think she slept with all the turtles. And Casey Jones.
They take their time too, so.
But I think that now that you got Megan Fox in the mix there as April O'Neil.
As a turtle, I wouldn't mind.
You got Megan Fox, you got the original April O'Neil, and you got the cartoon April O'Neil.
Oh,
Fuck one, marry one, kill one.
I'm gonna kill Megan Fox, to be honest.
Okay.
I feel like the cartoon version I'd have to just fuck.
Okay,
Like
yes.
her problems are gonna be like really small. She's like, oh no, I dropped my purse down this thing.
But also,
I've
I've never had sex with a cartoon character, so I'd like to cross that off my bucket list at some point.
I just couldn't introduce, a cartoon character to my parents. Like, this is her.
Alright, I say kill Megan Fox, you fuck the cartoon April O'Neil, and you marry the live action April O'Neil because she makes money with the news studio and she's always got an apartment well stocked with pizzas.
This is true. That is actually that sounds great. Cartoon pizzas just don't taste very good.
All right, can you close out the bit with the Ninja Turtle thing?
Little Ninja Turtle thing. Is it major?
Turtle power.
Turtle power.
All right. What else can we talk about here? Because we've been kind of all over the map in conversation. This has been a wild podcast, guys.
I'm glad. Most of my life's pretty wild. It's good. Most of my sets are pretty goofy too.
Who's your favorite comedian? Did we already talk about that?
I think your Borge is probably my favorite. Reggie Watts is awesome.
Reggie Watts.
This guy's really
As a kid, did you have one?
I don't think I had a favorite comedian as a kid. But Doo Doo Emoji smelling up the store. Oh no, a Doo Doo Emoji. Ask for more. Well, it's the groove that's better than the poo. Cause I'm a Doo Doo Emoji. Oh yeah!
Holy Lord! Hey kids, it's me, the Doo Doo Emoji. Do you like the Doo Doo Emoji? You ever want to learn more about him? Well, that's me, the Doo Doo Emoji. Oh Lord, what a life I've lived as the real, true to earth Doo Doo Emoji. Because that Doo Doo Emoji in the movie, he's played by a goddamn imposter. I'm the Doo Doo Emoji. Well, I hope you kids stay in school. The Doo Doo Emoji signing off.
Well, the Doo Doo Emoji smelling out the store. Well, the Doo Doo Emoji squeezing out your back door. Well, we're browning up your text. The Doo Doo Emoji. Oh yeah!
All right, I apologize again for that that commercial interruption. What I think we should do something on the podcast where we both pretend. Who's your favorite Beatle?
I think Paul's my least favorite for how well he can sing.
Paul?
Let's go with George.
George is my favorite though, man.
Then Ringo.
All right. Okay, you're Ringo, and I'm George, and we just got to this is where we are, right? We're gonna imagine we're somewhere. We're at a party at Rod Stewart's house. and neither of us want to be there. All right, so hit me with some Beatles music first, and then we'll be there at the party.
Oh, right there. I wrote this one the other day. Do 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 go. While my Jafar jelly weeps. It's a song about Aladdin.
Hey Ringo, I don't know how the hell we even got to this party here.
I know, George. This party seems kind of a little stewish.
Rod Stewart's been in the bathroom the entire time, just looking at himself in the mirror.
I actually like him when he's in there.
I do too. Oh, I think my accent is sounding a little more like yours right now, Ringo.
I think we're both from the same spot there,
George. I don't know quite how to do George Harrison.
It's okay, there's Lucy is in the sky with diamonds.
Oh, tell me about Lucy. I've forgotten.
Well, I heard she was, I heard something about her eyes were actually made of kaleidoscopes, and I didn't know that. I think John told me that.
I thought you were going to play the song.
Those newspaper taxis, they appeared on the shore.
Oh.
And they were waiting to take you away. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds.
Oh, hold on. Where are we going when we leave this place? Because I don't even know how we got out here, Ringo.
You know, the Indian food always made me feel bad, but I still like that one song. You know, like we were talking about the space between us.
Oh, India! I got a tattoo of an eyeball on my hand.
I didn't know that, George. That's pretty cool.
I was thinking of going without the ink, but do you remember back in the Sergeant Pepper's days?
The Sergeant Pepper's days,
and yeah, none of us had tattoos. We had long hair, but we had we had cool mustaches with little soul patches. I think that was our best look.
That was the best phase right there, I believe so.
I think that was the best transitional phase of the Beatles.
I couldn't have asked for anything more either. I just wanted to grow my hair out, but
take me back to those Sergeant Pepper's days.
The sticks.
I need a little help from my friends.
I really do. I get by a little help from my friends. I also get high. A little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I just need somebody to love.
Oh, Ringo.
Could it be anybody?
Who gave you the keyboard, Ringo?
I don't know. The octopus, there was a garden, and I didn't even know how it happened. If you'd like to be under the sea, that's totally
I'd like to be under the sea.
In a yellow submarine.
Oh, Ringo, hit me with that. Hit me with the octopus.
I'm the drummer. I can play the
garden. Oh, Lord.
Octopus is gone in the shade.
Oh, what are Paul and John up to right now? Anyways,
I'm just in the bathroom with Rod. I don't know what they're doing in there. I think she came in through the bathroom window.
She did.
I don't know. I thought Rod was a girl.
Who thought Rod was a girl?
That's what John told me.
Ooh.
Some Warhol girl came in there too. Colored my soup with a pen.
I think I'm starting to get the shakes, the hippy dippy shakes.
I thought it's kicking in there, George. I mean, you can maybe roll up for the mystery tour.
So is that it? Is that all the Beatles music you know? I thought you were going to include some more Beatles music.
I know I really could, but I'm Ringo, I'm the drummer. You know, maybe if Lady Madonna could have been here, but she was like, no, Eleanor Rigby. She picked up a blouse and a mouse with the poop emoji.
The poop emoji.
Oh Lord!
Holy Lord! Rod Stewart just took a dump in the bathroom, guys! Holy Lord!
Brightening up. Oh yeah! Brightening up your day.
What other band could we do that with? Let's. I think we should create another scenario.
Maybe the Beatles are probably the best one I can do.
Yeah, you don't know like a few Billy Joel tunes or like a few Elton John tunes or
Not right now.
oh come on, Tony Tata,
Hey, piano player,
stepping up
I
your
really
game.
gotta step my game up.
You worked at a dueling piano bar for how many years?
Not enough. Not enough. We can maybe do some Michael Jackson or something.
All right, okay. How about yeah, play some Michael Jackson.
Hip poop emoji with the beats of mouth. I know you're working 9 to 5, but you're the smelliest thing this side.
Holy Lord! Is the Doo Doo Emoji doing the moonwalk? I don't even know how that's possible.
The way you make me schmear. With the force don't stop till you get enough emoji. Because I'm bad, Jamon.
Holy Lord.
This dirt is not my son.
Do you have any family, Tony?
Not after this podcast.
You got brothers and sisters?
I have a sister, yeah.
How old's your sister?
I think she's 29.
Okay. So, is she musically talented at all?
No,
No.
not at all.
If your sister had a theme song, what would it sound like?
Probably sound like
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
cool girl.
Must have a hot sister.
Sorry.
Or she's just beautiful on the inside. You never know when it comes to music.
You never know. You never know. I couldn't make anything bad. That'd be terrible. It's my sister's song.
Your parents still around?
Yeah, they're still doing their thing.
What did your parents do for a living?
Well, now they're both like artists because they live in Florida.
Okay.
Pretty much just make art all the time and go to the beach.
Really? If your parents had a theme song, what would it sound like?
It'd be like, Who knows?
Do you have any enemies growing up, Tony?
I don't think so. I was actually pretty good about just being neutral to a lot of people I didn't really like.
Did you have a teacher you didn't like in
I had
school?
one in college I didn't like very much. He was kind of my whiplash equivalent.
Why? What kind of professor was he?
He was a music teacher, but he just is so stressful. He'd be like, "Why can't you do this? What's wrong with you? You can't play this one right now."
Kind of like how I've been throughout this entire podcast.
I was like, I don't play this instrument at all. I don't even know what I'm doing right now.
If you had a theme song, what would it sound like? Is that last note because you passed the class?
I'm neutral, you know.
Oh man, what's your favorite food?
I like pizza.
Pizza?
Cannolis are great too. Pasta. There's not a theme here.
You are like one of the Ninja Turtles, man. Pizza! Cannolis!
Whole bunch of pizza. Whole bunch of pizza.
Does pizza have a theme song?
No.
Food. You can't do it. You can.
I mean, a pizza probably like. Gonna eat the pizza, but not with that skeeter from Doug. He owes me $17. What the?
This is like turning out. I feel like you ever watch that show Comedy Bang Bang?
Yeah, of course.
I think we could if we got a show and people like
Just like that.
it would be kind of like it's like very avant-garde because we can't. I feel like because there's an instrument involved, we can't have like a fluent conversation and then it stops and then we have to like do something crazy. What about let's see, your favorite movie?
It's probably, I would say like Willy Wonka. There's a couple other goofy ones in there I do like a lot.
Can you play the tune from Willy Wonka?
I used to be able to know like, come with me and you'll be in a world beyond imagination. No, no, no.
What if like the Doo Doo Emoji like took kids to like the emoji factory and instead of the chocolate river there was a doo doo river?
That would sound exactly the same.
No. And you'll see
Emoji. The world of Doo Doo imagination. Take a dump. Or a close.
see. It defies expectation. But what would the music of going down? You get in the doo doo boat, and it takes you down the doo doo river. If you had to create your own song for that.
I'm not cuckoo. I'm just a doo doo emoji. Gotta poop in my shoe. Then we'll see. I can't even finish that one. We'll wipe that one clean.
So Willy Wonka was your favorite TV show? Did you have a favorite TV show?
I like the Ninja Turtles a bunch. I didn't watch a lot of TV.
No sitcoms? You're not a big sitcom guy?
Yeah, I'd always turn it on and then I would start cooking. I'd be like, I'm hungry now. I would always want to eat when I was watching the show, but then by the time I'd finished making my meal, like the show would be over. And then I'd be like, what's going on?
That's how I live my life now, I feel like.
What's happening?
So for some reason, like living alone, like you want like the TV going while you eat. I don't know what it is. How about, all right, could you play a song that is It starts from the time you turn on the TV, get up, you go make a sandwich, and by the time you're done making the sandwich, the show's over. Is that a song? Is there a song?
There's a song in there for sure. It's kind of like
turn on the TV. You go to make a sandwich.
My stomach growling. I'm in different keys because the show's already somewhere different. It's like over here, and I'm still like cooking the eggs, cooking my eggs. Yeah, and it's like, but we don't know what's going on. Like, what's happening? Got my eggs here. I'm sitting down, and it's like, I'm like, oh, there's a fight scene. Who are these guys?
It's already in the pinnacle moment of the show.
And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just.
It's like that moment where it just blends together.
That's a good last 2 minutes of a
Good
TV show.
Last 2 minutes I enjoyed. The last 2 minutes.
I'm just confused in the end. Was that it? Was that what's happening?
You see the Scooby-Doo unmask the villain, but none of the things.
I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea what they did. I'm like, why is the dog? Why is the dog talking?
You know the Scooby-Doo theme? Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We got some work to do now. All right.
Gotta work my themes.
This is how I want to end the show. I think if Matt Heath going to do a show at the Funky Buddha Lounge and fails on stage, I bomb on stage. What is the theme song? I want my theme song.
All right, here's the man. He bombs
Bombs on stage. But first, I'm excited because I'm on my way to the show. Oh, it's gonna be a great show tonight, guys. Comedy. I love comedy. There I am waiting. I'm waiting. There's other comics on. Other comics going up. Good comics. They're funny comics. Oh, I love comedy. And then I get on stage. Oh, here are my jokes. I hit the punchline. No laughter. I try another joke. No laughter. I try another joke. It's a trickle of laughter, but it doesn't seem to help. I say goodnight to the crowd. I begrudgingly get off stage. I go to the bar. Ask for a double of tequila. I take a look down the bar. There's a pretty lady. Say, hey, you enjoying the show? She says, no. In fact, you sucked. Oh, holy Lord. I stopped talking to her. I leave. I go get into my Corolla. And I drive home to edit the 1000 Comics podcast. That's about it. Wow. I think that was that turned out to be a pretty amazing podcast. Thank you very much, Tony, for being on the show.
Man. I've had a great time.
I hope everybody enjoyed that out there. That was my podcast with Tony Tata.
See you guys.